The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.
Hi everyone, it's Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer. It is Friday the 16th of December 2022 and I'm here with you for the Bundoran Weekly Podcast, episode 212. It is the podcast that talks about everything Bundoran. Coming up, I'm going to be chatting to Kate Carmody. She is a broadcast and production technology instructor at the Gaston College in North Carolina. So we're taking a look in from the outside on somebody who's visiting Bundoran and bringing students here to teach them all about Irish culture at the Institute of Study Abroad. I sat down with Kate recently on her visit to have a chat to her, and we'll be talking to her very shortly. And Teresa O'Neill will be with us as usual in our community corner from Bundoran Community Centre. So we are here with you on this cold Friday, but I don't want to use the word heating up, but it's certainly getting a little bit warmer anyway after that week, and hope that you survived and everything was all good. Let's start, as always, for our entertainment guide and remembering the Joe Dolan show, the original Joe Dolan show. That is tonight at the Allingham Arms, and the Contractor also playing there at the Allingham tonight. Jimbo Buckley and his band playing the Ballroom tomorrow night. Tumblin' Paddies then have an afternoon show on Sunday afternoon at the Allingham, and Elaine Boyle is there from 7:30 until 9:30 until on Sunday evening. Next door at the Bird's Nest, tonight it's their Customer Appreciation Night. Tomorrow night, music with Gavin Gribben and Sean Corrigan there on Sunday evening. Busy Fools tonight at the Chase and Bull, and True Tones there tomorrow night. At George's Bar, Christmas Market and Music, that is from 6 o'clock this evening. And then on Sunday, don't forget their trad session as usual from 4 until 6. Big night at the Phoenix Tavern as the Dome nightclub reopens this Saturday night. There's free admission there with DJ Kieran Milanoff. And a reminder that Teen Dome is there on the 22nd, which is next Thursday night, and Dave Duke there from iRadio and formerly of this parish indeed is there on St. Stephen's night on the 26th of December. So plenty happening at the Phoenix right across Christmas. Stevie Mac at the Railway Bar tomorrow night, and tomorrow night as well Paris is open. It is free in, and it's DJ Welshie. You might have seen DJ Welshie performing at C Sessions earlier on this year. He is back this Saturday night at Paris Nightclub. And Madden's Bridge Bar, they have their Customer Appreciation Night tonight from 6 o'clock as well. There's live music as well from the 26th to the 29th of December, 8:30 until 12:30, and a live DJ on New Year's Eve. All of those details and all of that information is on our website, discoverbundoran.com/events, and discoverbundoran.com/Christmas has everything else and the events included as well. So it's your one-stop shop really for everything that's happening in Bundoran over Christmas. Meanwhile, there is more stuff happening across this weekend. Eclipse Cinemas, of course, the cinema is a big draw around Christmas time, all year round as well, of course. Avatar, The Way of the Water is there this weekend. It is opening today. It is in 3D and in 2D, and there is no extra charge to watch it in 3D. So they're showing it in 3D and in ordinary 2D as well. So that's Avatar, The Way of Water. Missed It Monday then is Die Hard. Christmas movie, not a Christmas movie, who knows? Lots of arguments every year about that one, but you can watch it again on the big screen this Monday night at Eclipse Cinemas. And there's lots of Christmas movies as well, including The Polar Express, Home Alone, The Grinch, and one of my favourites as well, It's a Wonderful Life, that is screening tomorrow night and on Tuesday as well. Full schedule is on our website or indeed at eclipsecinemas.com. Cinderella Panto continues at the Abbey Arts Centre in Ballyshannon. It finishes tomorrow night, the 17th of December, so your final chance to see the Cinderella Panto, and by all accounts absolutely going down a storm in Ballyshannon. So if you're looking for a panto for Christmas, Abbey Arts Centre finishing tomorrow night, 17th of December, is Cinderella. Arts and Crafts at the Bundoran Community Library on tomorrow morning, and look ahead then to next weekend, Christmas weekend of course, and Friday night it is back in person live in the Chase and Bull, Friday 23rd, this day week, 9 o'clock. It is the annual Christmas quiz for Osnam House and St. Vincent de Paul. Always a huge local night, and great to see everybody who's back for Christmas, to see their families and friends, and we look forward to that. Tiernan is hosting as usual, and it's going to be a big night there at the Chase and Bull. That is a Christmas quiz, just €5 per person to take part, and teams of 4, not teams of 14, but teams of 4. Thank you. Yeah, the teams kind of start stretching a little bit as the night goes on, but anyway, it's always a good night, it's always a bit of fun, and we don't take it too seriously. So that's the Christmas quiz happening at the Chase and Bull next Friday the 23rd at 9 o'clock. And another annual Christmas tradition is a Christmas Day dip, and that is happening on Christmas Day from 12 o'clock at Main Beach as well. So if you're down just around 12 o'clock, just after 12, you can run into the sea with all those crazy people. I will be doing my duty. Yes, I will be on cameras filming it, so I won't be getting in the sea again. But anyway, I have to bring it to the people. People have to see what it looks like, and they'll see all these crazy people. But we also have an added thing this year, that you can watch it live on the webcam. So we will be doing a video of it, which we'll post on our Discover Bundoran Facebook page, on our social media channels later on Christmas Day. But you can watch it live on the webcam. Head to discoverbundoran.com/webcam, and you can see the live pictures there on Christmas Day, and indeed the live feed of the beach 24/7, and the live feed of the peak surf break as well. It is the Bundoran Weekly. We remind you that discoverbundoran.com/Christmas has all of the details for everything happening in Bundoran over Christmas time, events and activities and different things that are happening there. So discoverbundoran.com/Christmas is your one-stop shop for everything happening in Bundoran over Christmas time. Still to come, we're going to be chatting to Kate Carmody of Gaston College in North Carolina. She brought a bunch of students here recently, and were immersing themselves in Irish culture thanks to the Institute of Study Abroad Ireland. So we'll be chatting to Kate very shortly. And also we are going to be talking to Teresa O'Neill at Bundoran Community Centre. She'll be in the community corner, and that's all on the way next.
The Bundoran Weekly.
I'm Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer. It is the Bundoran Weekly Podcast, episode 212. We are on the countdown to Christmas, and a reminder that we're here with thanks to AIB.ie, supporting local businesses in Bundoran and Ballyshannon. discoverbundoran.com/Christmas for all of your information on what's happening in Bundoran over this holiday period. Still to come, we're going to be chatting with Teresa O'Neill in our Bundoran Community Corner, and I want to let you know about a special podcast that we've got coming up on the 30th of December as well. But meanwhile, we're going to be chatting to Kate Carmody of Gaston College in North Carolina. She is a broadcast and production technology instructor, and we're taking a look in from the outside as she brought a number of students with her from North Carolina a couple of weeks ago to immerse themselves in the culture of Ireland, and did that with the Institute of Study Abroad Ireland. And I sat down with Kate and had a chat with her. So Kate, welcome to Bundoran. Is this your first time here?
Yes, not my first time in Ireland, but my first time here.
So what brings you to Bundoran then?
I am with Gaston College, and we are here on a study abroad trip, and I'm a broadcasting professor, so I'm here to document and do the media for the trip, take pictures, and I'm making a video about student reactions. For a lot of them, it's their first time on a plane.
Oh, wow.
Things like that. So I'm trying to get the student experience to hopefully recruit more students to want to go to leave the country and experience things.
That's what I was going to say. I suppose the job that you do now is going to reap the benefits not immediately, but in the years to come, hopefully.
Right, hopefully. Well, we want to inspire students and show them what it's like so they get excited about it and more students want to go in the future.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about your background. You have a broadcasting background, so no pressure from me. And you told me earlier on before we started recording that you've worked on Discovery Channel and some other channels as well that we'd be quite familiar with here in Ireland.
Yep. So for a while, after I got out of school and got my master's, I went to the Discovery Channel, and they, at the time, owned 15 different networks. So I didn't work for Discovery Channel itself. I worked for their sister network. Right. So at the time, they owned the Travel Channel, and I spent a lot of time working for production with the Travel Channel, where I learned about many, many European countries, working on many different shows. And I also worked for the Military Channel, the Science Channel. Wow. At the time, there was something called Discovery Home. And also, I worked for Discovery Health for a little bit. That's no longer in existence. and Discovery HD Theater, which I don't think that's there anymore either, because media changes so much, as you know.
Of course. So with the military background that we would have here in Bundoran, I suppose when you mentioned the military channel, tell me a little bit about what goes on the military channel.
Well, the coolest thing about the military channel is I've got to be involved in the switch between, it was originally called the Discovery Wings channel, and they changed it to the military channel. And I got to be there the day they switched flipped the switch,
Wow.
which was really cool to watch a whole network change. It had all kinds of military history shows. It pretty much was like a lot like the History Channel, just military based.
I see. And you did a lot of travel as well. Did you get to go around the world?
Everyone thinks that when you say you work for the Travel Channel, that you're like in the African Sahara and all this stuff, and that's not exactly what I spent most of my days in an edit suite, making promos and different projects and things like that. And I spent a lot of time at a desk, but I did get to travel some. I worked on a treasure hunting show, and I went to California, and I did get to do a couple things, but a lot of our stuff was locally based.
Perfect. Tell me about your impressions of Bundoran. This is your first time here. You said not your first time in Ireland, but your first time even in the Northwest, in this whole region.
Yes, it's my first time in this part of the country.
Fantastic.
The people are so nice. The food is so good, and I love going to places that are not jam-packed with tourists. I think that is a great
November in Bundoran, that'll do it.
Right. I think that is like one of the best ways to experience culture. I've traveled all over the world. And that's one of the things I like to do is visit sites that are not as packed with people.
Sure. And what about the students? How do they feel about Bundoran?
They like it. I mean, truth be told, we've been so busy doing all the things, we haven't had much time to explore besides our like evening dinners and going to the movies last night. But we have a couple nights free, so I think they're going to do a lot of exploring.
Great.
And I plan to get their feedback on that for my video.
Perfect. Tell me about the video that you're making then. What is it going to be, like a big long epic blockbuster, or is it just a little promo, or what?
I don't know. I didn't really plan what it was going to be when I started making it, but what I want it to be is how the students are feeling. Like, what did you buy? What did you eat? What surprised you the most? Mm-hmm. Like, I want it to be about their reactions. Of course, we're going to show the beautiful scenery, and the beach down the road is like absolutely breathtaking. Things like that. But I want to hear the student experience to hopefully recruit more students to go. Definitely talk to the one person who's never been on a plane before. Like, what was it like?
That's incredible.
Yeah. I really want to document how they feel.
Perfect. And tell me about your role then in the college. It's a broadcasting role within the college. Tell me what does that involve on a day-to-day basis, or the kind of the courses that you teach? So
I'm the program chair for the broadcasting department. My background is more in video than audio, but I do teach podcasting and some of the audio classes, but not many. We have an instructor that focuses on audio. We teach all the things. We have a recording studio, so we have local musicians come in. We do a weekly TV show, so we bring in people from the community, much like what you do with your podcast. Sure. I do on my TV show. We showcase the best of our community, whether it be at the school or someone in the community. And we just do a lot of things. Oh, and we also have a sports team. We're very big in broadcasting local sports and streaming sports.
Wow. And streaming is really kind of where it's at these days, isn't it?
Yep. We just got athletics at our school 2 years ago. We've never had any sports teams before that. And we jumped on the bandwagon, and we are now one of the leading junior college sports teams in the country.
And is there a big appetite then for students to get into media and into broadcasting?
Yeah, there absolutely is, especially with social media being so big. There are so many opportunities. I mean, podcasting, as you know, is huge right now all over the world. Video, everyone wants a video for everything, whether it be a how-to video, an experience video. Video is just has exploded. What I always try to explain to my students is there's so much more than just like TV and radio. Corporations need videos. Businesses need videos. All kinds of people are doing podcasts, not just radio stations.
And in terms of, so I presume that you or your team will set the students challenges or tasks to do and do projects and stuff. What kind of idea do they come up with? Sort of really crazy out there ideas that you think, wow, that's a really good idea for a show, or a really, a good idea for a feature?
Yeah, I mean, some of them are better with the ideas than others, but I did have one student do something on like local haunted places, and she researched all the places and she went to them and did a whole podcast about that. Some of them really dive deep and come up with some creative ideas. Other ones struggle with the creative side a bit, because a lot of our students are very technical.
Right, okay. Rather than the creative. But I suppose if you pull them together, they bounce off well off each other.
Yeah, a lot of our students prefer to be on the tech side instead of in front of the microphone, in front of the camera. So I struggle sometimes to find a balance between those things, because you need the content creators and the tech people. You need both.
And what about your TV show? Where does that go out locally, or is it online? Or
yeah, we have a YouTube channel. Gaston Spotlight is the YouTube channel. We also have GC Video Production, but it airs locally on our cable access channel, Channel 21.
Who I'm sure take it gladly every week. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool, excellent. And what is what's left on the trip for you now? And
well, yesterday we got to see a local knitter, and we went to Hannah's Hats and things like that. But tomorrow we are going to a pottery place, and we have a bunch of different things planned coming up.
Brilliant.
Some cliffs. I was looking at the schedule today. Yeah. We have a lot planned. And then we're going to go to Dublin our very last day.
Perfect. I'm sure you've been to Dublin before.
I've been to Dublin, but I'm going to the Guinness factory this time, and I did not do that last time.
Ireland's number one tourist attraction.
Right. So I got to get one touristy thing in there.
Absolutely. Kate, thanks for joining us. Good to have you here in Bundoran, and hopefully you'll be back. Do you plan to come back over the years? Or?
No, I would love to come back. I'd love to bring my husband and daughter. I think this is such a cool place.
The Bundoran Weekly.
Kate, thank you, and we hopefully will see you again here in Ireland with your family in the years to come. It is the Bundoran Weekly. Let us move now to Bundoran Community Centre, and in our community corner, here's Teresa.
Thanks, Shane. With Christmas just around the corner, the Bundoran Community Centre will be closing up on Friday, the 23rd of December at 1 p.m. Most of our classes have finished up this week, but we are still open for printing, photocopying and scanning. Our co-work is still open from Monday to Friday, and if you check out www.connectedhubs.ie, they are still offering free vouchers. The Bundoran Community Museum is open Monday to Friday. This is free of charge, but donations are greatly appreciated. Bundoran Bible Reflection, a family Christmas carol celebration, is in the Rogie Suite on Sunday the 18th of December at 7:30 p.m. All welcome.
Teresa, thank you very much. We will talk to you again next Friday, which will be our last proper podcast before Christmas and before the end of the year. I say that because on the 30th of December, which is the last Friday of December, we will be presenting a special Best of 2022 podcast, and we have a number of guests from over the year that we want to play a little bit back of, and we'll be talking to Michael McGlynn, composer of Nuina. Captain Barry Dolan will be talking to us from the 28th Infantry Battalion. They have, of course, had their massive parade there in February of this year. Tibi Rataru will be joining us from Siret in Romania, Bundoran's twin town in Romania, and it's one of the largest border crossings from Ukraine. And he spoke to us in April of this year to tell us about how the conditions were for people coming across from Ukraine as the war had begun. Des Cosgrove will be with us as well. We'll be talking to him about the expansion of SuperValu in Bundoran. Richie Fitzgerald, who authored his first book this year, and we were delighted to have him on. So that is going to be our Best of 2022 podcast, and that is coming up on the 30th of December. So I hope that you'll be with me for that. Back again in the meantime next Friday. We'll be chatting to Canis Nicholas of the Bundoran 10. That is coming back on the first weekend in March of 2023. Registration is open now at bundoran10.com, and plenty of people already registering for that run, which is happening, as I said, on the first weekend in March. So we'll be chatting to Canis all about that on next week's podcast. That is going to do it. Thanks as always to Mark Egan and his team at Songs of Iron for the use of the signature tune, The Man from Bundoran, which is the music that's running under me right now. So say goodbye, good luck, and have a great week. We'll talk to you next week.
The Bundoran Weekly is a production of Discover Bundoran.
The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.